Welcome you to Spectrum Lanes in Wyoming, Michigan, near Grand Rapids. It's the PBA Banquet Open, the final tour stop of our regular season, but today with a much different twist. In fact, today we make history. For the first time ever on a PBA Tour event, a woman makes our TV finals. She's Liz Johnson from near Buffalo, New York. We'll tell her incredible story as our broadcast unfolds. For now, she's one of 4 finalists, and they're all ready to roll.
An 11-time winner of the Professional Women's Bowling Association Tour. Today she makes history as the first woman to compete in a PBA TV Finals. From Cheektowaga, New York, Liz Johnson.
Liz had a 300, a 299, and a 290 game bowled against her in match play this week. And she came back to win the next game every single time. The boys threw everything they could at her, and she never flinched.
His only TV Finals appearance came at last season's PBA World Championships. Today he looks for his first career title. From Round Rock, Texas, Wes Malott.
Wes Malott faced Walter Ray Williams Jr. in the round of 8 and took down the world's greatest bowler, beating him in 7 games. Today he needs to win 2 more games for his first title.
He won 36 PBA titles last season. Currently, he sits at 45th on the points list, outside the cut line. He'll try to rectify that today. From Yorkville, Illinois, Steve Jarris.
Quite simply, Steve Jarris is bowling for his career. 2 wins today, and he can turn a nightmare season into a dream come true.
Time to get number 4. Come on, I can't hear you. Let's go.
This season. With a win today, he could be considered the front runner for PBA Player of the Year. Tommy Jones.
TJ has learned all the tricks of the trade. His versatility allows him to match up on any oil pattern. Not only has he truly learned to bowl, he has learned how to win.
These are your finalists for the PBA Banquet Open.
It is the 13th time the PBA Tour has made a stop in Grand Rapids, Michigan, in the 4th straight year, but never before has it been a story of this magnitude as Liz Johnson becomes the first woman to make a PBA Tour final. Randy, let's check those matchups.
You got it, Dave. Semifinal number 1, Liz Johnson, who had the highest average of our 4 finalists this week, takes on Wes Malott, who is appearing in his first TV Finals since last season's World Championship. In the second semifinal, Steve Jarris looks to recapture some of the magic he had last season when he won 3 times. He takes on Tommy Jones, the tour's only 3-time winner this season.
Ray, let's start with Wes Malott. Wes, the last time and the only time you've been on TV in your PBA career, last year at the World Championships, you faced Mika Koivuniemi, who basically had the home lane advantage. Now Liz Johnson may have that with the crowd behind her. How do you deal with that?
Well, sure, with Mika last year, I mean, he's 5 minutes from his home. Obviously, Liz making history here in the PBA, you know. I still know I have my friends and family back home. That's all I really need, even though I know you guys have been great. Michigan's been good to me. Hopefully we can turn things around. Liz, best of luck to you.
Good luck, Wes. Well said. Liz, your matchup with Richie Wolf in the round of 8. You said your legs were numb. The emotion was flowing.
Yeah.
How do you feel now?
I'm just working on adrenaline and just going to try to enjoy it and have fun and just have a good time, do what I can.
I know it's emotional for you. What does this moment mean for women's bowling?
This is awesome. I've had so many people call me and just say, that, you know, just do your best, and this is going to be a great moment for women's sports and women's bowling. So I'm just going to have fun.
Best of luck to you.
Thanks a lot.
Randy, let's watch history unfold today here in Grand Rapids.
We're about to. Remember, there's no longer a women's tour. The PBA opened up their membership last summer to women. And as a non-exempt player, this is the road she took to get here. The pre-tournament qualifier on Wednesday, she bowled 9 games and made it by 1 pin. Thursday's qualifying round, 14 games in all. She qualified 11th, which got her into the round of 32. She beat Chris Barnes in 6 games, the 6th game being a roll-off that she won. 7 games with Devaney, 7 games with Rich Wolf. She earned her way here.
This is history, Randy. What a start. The first ever ball thrown by a woman on a PBA Tour TV show is a strike for Liz Johnson. Incredible.
And have you ever heard it louder in a bowling center atmosphere? Not the arena settings, because we know how loud the arenas can get, but this bowling center right now is rocking because of Liz Johnson.
She was a little choked up. I was interested in the interview to see how she would respond to that moment. Now it's Wes Malott. Second ever TV show. The big Texan comes in hot from Round Rock, very close to Austin. Same town as the Round Rock Express. Astros AA. Baseball affiliate owned by one Nolan Ryan. Tries to cover and does so, leading us to our first Baby Ruth Real Deal matchup of the day, Randy.
Well, Liz Johnson, a little lower strike percentage, but look at this. She out-averaged Wes Malott, and if it's going to come down to a spare shooting contest, she's going to win that too. Remember, nobody out-averaged Liz Johnson this week that made it to the telecast.
Only other TV appearance, Randy, for Wes Malott in his career. Lost, as he mentioned in the interview, to Mika Koivuniemen, World Championships, Eastern Michigan University in Ypsilanti. 225-193. Nice help. Number 4 knocked down. He was anxious to get back on TV.
Early on, both shots going high for Wes Malott, but here he gets the good break, tripping the 4 out.
Very proud of Liz Johnson's accomplishment. This has got to be tough for Wes, too. He's dealing with history on the other side. Back to Liz. Can you believe number 8 wouldn't go down? Boy, did that wiggle a long time.
And that might be the only thing that stops Liz Johnson. Remember, the pins don't know whether you're male or female, and right here they show her no mercy. That ball was perfect.
This is only her 4th career PBA event, and obviously the first time she's gotten this far. Extraordinary accomplishment all the way through. She was one of these non-exempt qualifiers, including my partner Randy Peterson. You made it to match play this week to the round of 32.
Yeah, and then I bowled Walter Ray Williams Jr., who averaged about 268 from 5 games, and the only game I won, I had to shoot 290.
Not easy for you, but congrats, partner, on getting that far.
Thank you.
Liz has won 11 titles on the women's tours. 10-pin this time.
Stay down a little bit.
She's won a major, 96 U.S. Open. And as you can see, dozens of TV appearances. She wasn't sure the number. We talked to her last night, but it was up there. 11 titles. So one of the real greats of women's bowling.
Yeah, she thought it was somewhere around 40.
Has a 10-pin.
Come on.
She's got a group of friends who have come from Buffalo to cheer her on. They made the drive about 5 hours. Meanwhile, back home in Texas, this is wife Meredith, son Jordan, 18 months old. They're watching closely. They're at Meredith's mom's house near Dallas. Thought about making the trip, but Jordan has never been on a plane before, and that was a long ride for the youngster. Oh, can he not get that break? 4-10, another hot shot.
They actually called a foul on Wes Malott. The split doesn't count. They'll have to put up a full rack up. He gets 0 for that shot.
Do I re-rack it?
Right there. Foot goes over the foul line. It's actually a better break because right now he's working on a strike. He doesn't lose count. Now he shoots at a full rack. If he knocks all 10 down, he gets a spare. It's either that or trying to slide the 4 over and the 10 for a spare. This is actually easier. He loses nothing.
Something you almost never see on a PBA Tour TV show. Crossing that foul line for infraction, and yes, indeed, he does.
Work in my favor.
Knock down 10 for the spare.
You heard him say it worked in my favor.
Wow.
About the best break he could have asked for. Mike Shoemaker, our official here, checks the foul lines, and right there, he called it. He made the call. There's Mike Shoemaker.
One of our PBA Tour officials with us every week, and that is his spot. Foul line judge. Wow. Now, how does West rebound? Incredible emotion for him. Perfect ball, the best he's thrown today, Randy, right in the pocket. A 12-6 match play record to get here. The round of 8 got by legendary Walter A. Williams Jr. Struck in 10 of his first 11 frames to make his first show of the year. He fought back from a 3-2 deficit in that round of 8 match.
Yeah, he's doing some incredible things against Walter A. Changing it up. He went with the big loft the first couple of games. Then he started to move inside. Lanes broke down. He fell into his comfort zone.
Great shot, Liz Johnson. And there are plenty of people who have been giving her standing ovations wherever she goes. Road to the PBA Denny's World Championship. The top 4 into the round of Super 16. They are locked in now, folks. Those 4 get 30-plus games less of bowling. Tommy Jones, number 5, really wanted to be in that top 4, he told us last night. He's upcoming in our semifinal match with Steve Jarris, who is literally bowling for his career today. Talk about incredible, dramatic stories unfolding at our tournament event here in Grand Rapids.
Liz Johnson using the same bowling ball that I used all week.
10-pin for the Storm Staffer.
And again, the only thing stopping Liz Johnson is bad carry. Strike, solid 8, flat 10, strike, and watch this ring and 10 right here.
This is a person who has been on many TV shows we talked about, bowled 300 on TV. Double digits in tour title victories on the women's tours. There have been 2 of them in the past. The last one we showed you, PWBPA, is now defunct. It was shut down in the fall of 2003. She's also won 6 regional titles. Seems to be handling the pressure well. And she was amazed in talking to us last night, Randy, how far she advanced every round. She thought, well, the dream's going to end here, right?
She said she didn't bring enough clothes for the week.
Great shot, Wes Malott. Yeah, Liz told us a trip to the laundromat was in order last night because of the length of her stay here in Western Michigan. Much longer than she had anticipated.
Watch how high flush this is. Ball almost goes by the 9-pin. And with one more strike in the 6th frame, Wes Malott will give Liz Johnson something to think about as we go to break.
Former star at West Texas A&M under Mark and Mike Scroggins. Mike, of course, PBA bowler who had a good week here. Will be exempt next year. He's locked in on points. All-American, 97-98 season. Collegiate bowling. There's a 10-pin for Wes.
All right, well, that's exactly what Liz Johnson could have hoped for. He doesn't get out to too big a lead with a conversion. He will only be up by 10 pins.
Unbelievable. The ability for Wes, in my mind, to overcome the foul line infraction. Avoided a split in the process. Struck twice, now goes for the spare here. 6th frame. When we come back, we'll put Liz Johnson's accomplishments into further perspective. The unbelievable run as she makes a woman's first ever appearance on a PBA Tour TV final. Plus the conclusion of this exciting match, the semi. Malott Johnson next.
Goodbye.
No, wait. Come back. Oh, please come back. Senorita! Just a moment. Hey, it's me, your
Crock-Pot Slow Cooker. Thanks to Banquet's Crock-Pot Classics, I'm easier than ever to use. Banquet Crock-Pot Classics come complete with big chunks of tender meat, fresh sliced veggies, and perfectly seasoned sauces. Just pour in Banquet's delicious ingredients, add some water. It's that easy. By the end of the day, you've slow-cooked a delicious meal, like chicken and red-skin potatoes or hearty beef stew. Home-cooked meals have never been easier. So get crockin' and try Banquet's Crock-Pot Classics in your grocer's freezer.
If you're serious about performance, you won't settle for less than genuine Dexter. As the leader in bowling shoe technology, Dexter pioneered precision traction and slide innovation. Our interchangeable heel and sole combinations match your delivery and surface conditions. Step in to Dexter, because your game deserves the best.
Time for the 7th inning stretch. Oh, my back. Somebody get that man some Bayer Back and Body.
It's Bayer Aspirin plus a special pain relief booster. It rushes rapid relief to your aching back. Bayer Back and Body. Get moving again, pain-free.
You don't have to hunt for the best deals on the internet. Just follow that little arrow to Motel6.com. Bullseye. I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you. And a Core Hotel.
Look at that eyesore. That litter might as well be a shove to the elbow of a billiards player. A man picks up after himself. And, when called upon, after others. After all, the high life is a clean game. No slop.
The PBA Banquet Open from Grand Rapids, Michigan on ESPN is brought to you by Banquet, food, family, and fun. By Dexter, the #1 bowling shoe in the world. What's your size? By Motel 6, the official lodging partner of the PBA and the lowest price of any national chain. And by Odor Eaters, with unique Zorbatex technology, destroys foot odor and absorbs sweat on contacts. As we mentioned, nice showing for Liz Johnson, her friends from Buffalo, Tanya McDonald, Angela Leone, Jimmy Hyman, Jay Nephew have made that 5-hour drive. Never lost going through downtown Toronto, Ontario, but thankfully they've made their way here to Grand Rapids. Welcome back, Dave Ryan, Randy Peterson, and our entire crew. Folks, we have to emphasize to you this was no easy pass for Liz Johnson. She did not get a commissioner's exemption into the round of 64, then into match play. She had to earn it, and Randy, as you know from how difficult that can be, this week it was a case for you. This was tough.
It really is. You know, every week, or just about every week, I try to make it through the qualifier on Wednesday. I don't have a full exemption, so I have to do that. And then try to work my way to the television show. I haven't done it. I can't tell you how difficult it is just to make it out of the pre-tournament qualifier. Liz Johnson made it all the way to the TV show today. It's never been done by man or woman. Very impressive.
Really an incredible run for Liz Johnson.
Remember, Liz isn't somebody that just walked off the street and decided to bowl this tournament. She has dozens of TV shows, 11 titles on the women's tour. She won the 96 Women's U.S. Open as a rookie. She's bowled 300 on television and evidently not intimidated by the competition. Let me show you how she mastered the chameleon pattern this week, Dave. The chameleon pattern was 39 feet, and it played in strips. And what that means is it allowed the players to stay in a zone for a long period of time. Liz Johnson could stay outside, play her A game. Steve Joss a little bit in from there. And even the big power ball of Wes Malott kind of stayed in that track. When the lanes did break down, however, you had to make a big, giant move. And we'll see whether or not the lanes break down enough to allow Tommy Jones to get inside and play his A game.
We did have 4 300 games this week. Liz faced a 300 game against Chris Barnes. And one of the more amazing stats, she faced a 300, 299, 290 from Barnes in that round of 32 match. Each time she won the next game en route to her victory. Great carry there for Liz. Another strike, 10 down in the pit.
Keep in mind that when Chris Barnes bowled 300 against Liz Johnson shot 289 that game. Check this out. A little room to the right. This ball comes peeling back. And watch this reaction. Now, She needs a strike here in the 7th frame to even the match.
Bill Rowe, Jason Queen, Paul Fleming, in addition to Barnes, threw 300s this week on the chameleon pattern. 39 feet. Has it. Game on. We are all tied up, and there are plenty of Liz Johnson fans here. Folks, it was incredible. In the round of 8 last night, the standing ovations, the emotion, the congratulations, the phone calls. She had a huge bouquet of flowers delivered from some other women's professional bowlers she's known on tour for years. Big arrangement came here to the center. She was so surprised. And even this morning when she was showing her friends from Buffalo around the center, standing ovation wherever she went. A lot of pressure, though. A lot of pressure on Wes Malott, too. Oh, the paralyzer. Down goes number 5. World Championship is coming up on ESPN. After today's event, we'll have 2 weeks to get ready for that big one. Remember Tom Baker and Brad Angelo, the Buffalonians. Speaking of Liz Johnson from that same part of upstate New York, it's coming up 2 Sundays here on ESPN. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Wes Malott, of course, made that show, lost to Mika, finished 3rd at the Worlds, his, to this point, only TV show until today. Shot clock is down to 3 seconds, though. Just got it off, I think. And a strike. 10-pin lead, Wes Malott, as the pressure builds here in Grand Rapids.
That's a big wrist snap at the bottom. Wes Malott likes friction because he throws it hard. However, he is a high-rev player. When his ball sees friction, it's going to go left. And his ball, when it hits the pins, it hits really hard.
First time on TV for Liz. Last year. She throws another strike. Last season, no first-time winners. The last time we had a first-time winner on tour, the 02-03 season, when 6 different people won their first ever tour title. Could this be Liz's day? That was for the turkey. Foundation frame. How about this, folks? We are all tied.
Big shot here, because if she strikes in the 9th frame, no matter what Wes Malott does in the 9th and 10th, he cannot shut out Liz Johnson. If she doesn't strike here, Wes Malott can strike out and win. Wow! Throw him like that.
Huge strike for our history maker today here in Grand Rapids.
Forget about the pressure on Liz Johnson. What about the pressure on Wes Malott? Trying to keep up with Liz Johnson bulldozer.
The Lizinator?
The Lizinator.
4-bagger for
good
home.
one, Dave.
Thank you. Turkey ball.
Wow. Come on.
All even again. 16 event champs, 4 major champions, 2 of which have already been determined. Danny Wiseman, Chris Barnes, 2 more majors to follow. World Championship, the Dexter Tournament of Champions as well. And there's Steve Jarris. Cut line at number 40 now. Pete Weber has bowled well enough to get himself back into that top 40. And Steve is on the outside looking in. Good appearance for Lonnie Wallachek, granted this week also to the round of 8.
Lonnie had a great week and something to build on, as he will need a big week next week.
4-bagger.
All right, here's the scene. 2 more strikes. Liz Johnson has to throw 3 strikes in the 10th frame to tie. And how big is that foul? And quite honestly, I can't remember the last time I saw a professional foul on television without slipping.
This is my 3rd year doing the broadcast. I don't recall many, if at all, we've seen on TV. It's been Very rare.
Very unusual, and obviously the big turning point in the match because he left the 410. Chances are he probably wouldn't have made it. Instead, he has to shoot a full rack, throws a strike, which ends up being a spare, and avoids the open frame.
The big Texan just knows it. He is very confident.
He fouled
again. Oh, my goodness. A second time.
Unbelievable. Watch this. And he knew it right away. You see his foot move.
That's what he was
right
nodding
there.
about.
And he looked right over at Mike Shoemaker, the official. Now, the scenario is, if he knocks all 10 down right now, he'll shoot 229. Liz Johnson will need the first strike and 6 pins to win.
What a break.
9 spare strike, we have a tie. Liz Johnson, first ball strike, and 5 pins, she wins.
Can you believe the scenario?
Must strike on this ball.
4-bagger leads us to the 10th frame, and the drama continues to peak. She's been great on this lane. And the first ever woman PBA Tour TV show come through again. Yes, she can. Incredible. 5 pins to win this match and make a final. Can you believe it?
Take your spare ball out, move away from the edge of the channel, and throw it down the middle. That's what I would do. Liz Johnson, she's going to go with her strike ball. Keep it on the lane, and she's advancing. Look at that, look out. That's what.
6.
Move left.
Oh,
move left, Liz.
She did it. She got 6, she needed 5. And look at the friends from Buffalo who made the trip. Tanya, Angela, Jimmy, and Jay. Well worth that crazy drive through downtown Toronto when they got their direction straight. There's a cover. There's a winner.
Thank you. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
The magical, miraculous run of our history maker, Liz Johnson, continues today in Grand Rapids. She has won the semifinal match with Wes Malai. And the fans are cheering her name here in Grand Rapids. Can you believe what unfolds here in Western Michigan? Much more to come. Don't touch that remote control.
It's all about the game. When the stakes are high and it comes down to that one shot. Are you up to the challenge? BowlersParadise.com. BowlersParadise.com brings you the top-of-the-line products at competitive prices. Balls, bags, shoes, shirts, and accessories. All orders processed within 24 hours on our secure website. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Let us prepare you for the challenge. 888-969-BOWL. BowlersParadise.com.
Jackson Hewitt. Get every deduction you deserve.
Pete Weber, PBA Hall of Famer, and a major
bobblehead.
Get a free PDW bobblehead and save $10 on tax preparation at jacksonhewitt.com/PDW.
Because you can never get enough PDW.
What happens in Vegas won't stay there anymore. ABC Family unveils an original reality series, The Business of Love, Vegas style.
There may be some bloodshed.
Las Vegas Garden of Love premieres tomorrow at 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC Family.
Check out the new hit movies you can order on demand, and look what you can order right now.
Did you hear that?
Hear this. Alien vs. Predator starts whenever you're ready to scream on demand. The Forgotten is in your house with you right now. All you have to do is order it on demand.
Tune in to Channel 1000 and watch these movies now.
Can't wait for Friday? to come here where every day is Friday. With the Brewer season just around the corner, Friday's Front Row Sports Grill in Miller Park has a lot to cheer about. Monday through Friday from 5 to 6, we got free drink specials for the ladies. Game day tables with great views. Packages start at $40 a person. Our VIP area, the Brew Room Suite, is perfect for meetings, banquets, and business lunches. So don't get stuck daydreaming when you could be at Fridays having a great time.
Not only is Liz Johnson our first ever female competitor on a PBA Tour TV show, she's also our first female victor in a match. How about that? 235-228 over Wes Malott from Round Rock, Texas. Liz is off to the final to take on Steve Jarris or Tommy Jones. $20,000 in the title of Miller High Life PBA Skills Champion on the line as Parker Bone III and Chris Barnes compete in our final. Who will win? We'll find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, former PBA Rookie of the Year from Flower Mound, Texas. Give it up for Chris Barnes. His opponent, 30 career titles, a former PBA Player of the Year. He's bowled 300 on TV, a member of our PBA Hall of Fame from Jackson, New Jersey, Parker Bone III.
There are a lot of wins today, Kirk.
Looks like Chris Barnes will start this match.
Spinning pin means Chris Barnes controls the board. Starts with a tough shot.
Okay, line 11. No, like he said, not that one.
Yeah. The idea is throw any ball you want, but you have to hit the 2-3, split them, and keep it on line enough to also split the 8-9. You're off a little bit on either one, doesn't work out so good.
Chris, this is a very difficult shot. $20,000, the title of Skills Shot Champion. All on the line today. Difficult split.
Had to be perfect to make it. It was a lot tougher than it looks. I give this an 8-2 on the Randy scale.
That was perfect.
One of the toughest shots we've seen. Now Parker Bone must convert the same shot to avoid trailing early.
Trouble. That's trouble.
Barnes up 1 strike to none. He's going to use Parker's signature shot now.
Grab me another one. I will leave him as is. All right, the idea is to go through both chairs and strike without making a yard sale out there.
Using the chair shot against Parker, Chris? No way.
Phenomenal job by Chris Barnes. It's Parker's signature shot. He's got to answer now, or he's down 2 strikes to none. A very high Randy rating. No one in the chairs today. Another strike for Parker Bone III. He answers.
The key is imagining the chairs aren't there, and apparently both guys have a pretty good imagination.
Barnes still controls the board, though. What is he going to try next here, Randy? Going left-handed.
Oh, that's got to hook a lot. Ugh.
Trying the 110. Can't convert the 10 pin, but he looks pretty good as a southpaw, doesn't he?
See that?
Need some help?
Yeah, got to make sure I don't lose it off my hand. Small problem there. It's the minor one.
We've seen this from Parker Bone III before. Another High Life Skills competition.
That's much better.
7-10, 2 balls. Knocks them both down.
Yeah, this is really tough, too. I gave this a 9. Not too tough for Parker, I guess, so. He throws it perfectly and converts pressure back on Chris Barnes.
Needs to answer. He's up 1-0.
Oh, back up a little. Ah.
Tie ball game. 1-1.
We are indeed tied at 1 strike apiece. First one of 3 wins, $20,000. Dramatic inclusion and crowning of the Miller High Life PBA Skills Champion coming up later in our show. Let's go on the road, shall we, on the PBA Tour. 2 Pro-Am sites in a couple of weeks. Taylor Lanes, Taylor, Michigan, March 26th and 27th. Be sure to log on to PBA.com for tickets. And the Dexter Tournament of Champions as well. Pro-Ams at Bradley Bowl and Windsor Locks. That's where Nico Korbanemi threw his 300 last season. 16th ever in Tour history. Steve Jarris has one of those as well in his great career. Tremendous last year. It's been a struggle this year against Jones next.
It's so easy to use. Geico.com. A caveman could do it.
What?
Oh, no.
Not cool.
I did not know you were there. I can change.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
It's so easy to use. Geico.com. A caveman could do it.
What's that supposed to mean? Did you hear that?
That is really condescending.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hey, life on the street stinks.
We need odor protection.
Only Odor Eaters has Sorbitex technology to absorb sweat and destroy odor on contact.
Don't just fight foot odor and wetness.
Whack it with Odor Eaters Ultra Comfort Insoles.
Time for the 7th inning stretch. Oh, my back. Somebody get that man some Bayer back and body.
It's Bayer Aspirin plus a special pain relief booster. It rushes rapid relief to your aching back. Bayer Back and Body. Get moving again, pain-free.
Hey, it's me, your Crock-Pot Slow Cooker. Thanks to Banquet's Crock-Pot Classics, I'm easier than ever to use. Banquet Crock-Pot Classics come complete with big chunks of tender meat, fresh sliced veggies, and perfectly seasoned sauces. Just pour in Banquet's delicious ingredients, add some water, it's that easy. By the end of the day, you've slow-cooked a delicious meal, like chicken and red-skin potatoes or hearty beef stew. Home-cooked meals have never been easier, so get crockin' and try Banquet's Crock-Pot Classics in your grocer's freezer.
Here at our Denny's, I'm not only the cook, I'm the kitchen. I like to make food that makes people happy. To me, these just aren't orders. This is the start of somebody's day. Especially right now. There's a whole lot to cook in our new hearty scrambles. The new Meat Lover Scramble comes with bacon, sausage, and ham mixed right in with the eggs. And the Heartland Scramble with country fried potatoes. Then I add bacon, sausage, hash browns, and pancakes. And they're just $4.99. That's not only a lot to cook, that's a lot to eat.
The official restaurant of the PBA Tour. Denny's, we're cooking now.
Every Sunday, these bold warriors meet in a quest for glory. Proud gladiators whose game is equal parts preparation and passion. When men become myths and moments become legend. The game is tailgating. The cola is Pepsi. It's the cola.
Heading into our history-making event here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Jim Pratt a couple weeks ago in Indianapolis was the only bowler in his or her TV debut to win a first match or win a match, and he lost to Nick in the finals. Liz Johnson has won today already. She's in the final. Who will she face, either Jones or Jarris? They're joined now by Randy.
And Dave, both of these players, Steve and Tommy, have won multiple titles in a season. And Tommy, I'll start with you first. 3 wins this season, a perfect 6-0 on television. What makes you so tough come TV day?
Well, Randy, I think it's just like everything else. You get more comfortable with your surroundings, and I just get used to it. And it doesn't hurt that I have the best balls that you can buy in my hand right now.
Thanks, Tommy. Good luck. See, Jarris, last year, great year, 3 wins, but this year's been quite a struggle. Why?
Well, I think, the beginning of the year with the switch with the oil kind of messed with my break point a little bit. They were just a little bit slicker down lane, and it changed my carry slightly. And we're trained to score out here, so you're always doing little things to manipulate your shot. And after a while, over time, it creeps in and starts breaking you down.
What's been the big difference this week?
This week, after Indianapolis, we had a long break. I was able to go home and get on the videotape every day and cleaned up my release a little bit. I was starting to grab it in different parts of the swing. Feels a lot more looser now, a lot more like it used to.
Great, Steve. Good luck.
Thanks.
Hey, Ryan. Steve Jarris is on the cut line, but he can erase all that with 2 wins today.
And Randy, would it be special with the entire family here, including Steve's mom, Helen, his wife, June, the twins, Evan and Hannah. And the 4-hour drive from Chicagoland to here in western Michigan. They turned 6 years old, May 25th. Yet Steve says when you ask the twins how old they are, they say 5.5. But not really. You're getting closer to 6. Great to see him in attendance again. A little bit of a high shot. Oh, and a tough break. The 4-10.
First frame, get it over with.
Yeah, he just wants to get it over with. First TV appearance for him in over a year.
And there's that little bit of grab at the bottom of the swing that Steve Jarris was talking about in his interview. See him playing a similar line to that of Wes Malott.
So he'll take his medicine in the open frame, unfortunately for Steve Jarris from Yorkville, Illinois, near Chicago. His last win was his last show, March 7th of 04, Indianapolis. Got by Michael Haugen and Dave DeAntremont on TV. Hot bowler, to say the least, Tommy Jones. 3 titles this year, a tour best. He's made yet another show this week. A big hook to it from playing way inside.
Remember we talked about the all pattern earlier in the show, and you can see that Liz Johnson, Wes Malott, even Steve Jarris playing those strips. Tommy Jones already deep inside. Remember, it was a big move that you had to make this week.
Takes care of his mark. He's tied for second with 4 TV shows, looking for a 4th win. 4 appearances, leading us to the Baby Ruth Real Deal matchup, Randy.
And again, real tight matchup here. Average, equal strike percentage. If it comes down to spares, advantage Steve Jarris. But remember, Tommy Jones loves match play. Ranked 1st overall on tour.
Perfect path to the pocket. Chris Barnes, Walter A. Williams Jr. have 5 shows each, 4 for Tommy Jones among 4 with 4 shows.
Watch how hard the 6 goes to the wall and just tomahawks the 10 out. That's a high revolution in that axis rotation that gets the ball to turn and go into the pocket at that angle. Not a lot going to stand up in the way of that.
Back to Steve Jarris. Blitzes the rack. All 10 down for the Chicago area native. 12-3 match play record, just rolled by Patrick Allen, player we mentioned with the 4 shows, 2 wins, leading candidate in many people's eyes for player of the year. And a really solid appearance by a struggling Lonnie Wallachek this week. Steve has averaged 228.17 in his wins. No help on the 10. Boy, wanted that across the deck.
Well, a pin got in the way of the messenger.
That was a lot better shot anyway.
That was a lot better shot. Here comes the messenger, and then something kind of gets in the way, but a much better shot on that lane. 2 different balls, one that's a little more rolly on the right lane, and something that's a little bit cleaner, a little bit longer down the lane on the left.
Are you surprised it's taken Steve so long to make a show? Only player on tour to win 3 titles last year and a major candidate for player of the year.
Without question. And I think the other 64 players out here week in and week out are as surprised. You don't win 3 tournaments in 1 year and then forget how to bowl the next year.
45th, as we've illustrated. PBA Tour rankings. So he's on the outside looking in right now. Jones isn't. Nice help. Taps down number 4. 12-7 match play record. Much more difficult road than that of Steve Jarris. Down 0-3 to Rick Steelsmith, and he has done that several times. 4 times this year, down 0-3 and rallied to win.
Yeah, and I think this is why Tommy Jones is coming of age. He's made a telecast on what he called a pattern that he shouldn't bowl well on, but he's figured it out.
In that round of 8 match with Mika, started with a front 4. Mika struggled with an early open, and Tommy took advantage. Later today over on ESPN2, the biggest names in drag racing face off in one of the sports premier tracks for the Mac Tools Gator Nationals from Gainesville Raceway. John Force, defending champion Tony Schumacher, had the list of racers looking to pile up points as the season's championship race heats up. Action starts at 5 Eastern, 2 on the West Coast on ESPN2. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Big deficit thanks to that open. Steve Jarris.
Hello, Chip 4. It's a Chip 4 fest.
Great look, Randy, from our crew at how different these two are approaching the pocket.
Yeah, and, you know, Steve Jarris can hook it. He can get soft and go around it, but he's much more comfortable going straighter. You see where he is in the world point rankings. He needs, you know, he needs to take care of business now. Win and don't worry about the points.
He told us, Randy, last night he was planning on just getting ready for the World Championship, where the points are so much higher. Of course, he's not in the top 4 to the Super 16, which is already set now. There's a 10-pin for Steve. He was a little shocked he did this well, based on the way the disappointing season had gone for him. Big point that he made to us last night. Hey, I thought with the new format, the 7-game blocks in the round of 64, that would really be tailor-made to his game, but it hasn't worked out that way.
Yeah, it really has. And again, the only reason why Steve has struggled this year is he's had a bad ball reaction and hasn't been able to figure out how to get a good one.
But as he mentioned with you in the interview, his family watches closely. They were regulars on our TV shows last year. 3 times hoisted the winner's trophy. Steve spent a lot of time that off week with friends who hadn't seen him bowl in a while. Watched him on video.
You see how Tommy Jones puts his thumb in first. He kind of corkscrews it into the thumb hole, puts his fingers in last. Not a whole lot of pressure on those fingers at release.
Who avoids a very difficult split. Mike and Sue Eaton, special thanks to them, co-proprietors here at Spectrum Lanes in Western Michigan. Once again, great to see those folks. Perfect host for us.
What a phenomenal job the Eatons do here year in and year out, and the way they take care of the players is phenomenal. And thank you very much to the Eatons for their hospitality this week.
Tommy Jones comes to us from near Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina. Malden is his official hometown. He and his wife Kristen did some house shopping in the off week. They're down to 3 choices to build. Little hook there for his spare. Doesn't go out straight with a plastic ball. As we see the Player of the Year race. Tommy Jones told us last night he still thinks Patrick Allen is a front runner.
And with a win, Tommy Jones can get to within about $7,500 to $8,000 in terms of overall money to PA. PA leading that. PA leading just about everything except titles. And when you vote, when the membership votes for Player of the Year honors, they look at wins quite heavily.
Sticks with the same ball. What a ball reaction for Tommy Jones. 6-0 on TV. This season, 3 wins, 10-1 over his last 2 years on TV. He's been incredible. A League of Ordinary Gentlemen, a documentary chronicling the birth of the new PBA, is headed to theaters. The film follows Wayne Webb, Chris Barnes, Pete Weber, and Walter A. Williams Jr. through the entire 2002-2003 season. The behind-the-scenes look gives fans access to the highs and lows of these PBA pros, from the season opener in Wichita to the season-ending World Championship. The movie won the Audience Choice Award at the 2000 South by Southwest Film Festival and is scheduled for release in May.
Last week on Dream Job.
I was surprised and disappointed. J.R. Reed been cut.
Next week, things heat up.
I thought you improved. You did good. You did good. He slam dunk tonight.
And your vote will help decide the final 2. Dream Job. Live tonight at 10.
What size?
15.
Tire sizes to fit most vehicles. Uniroyal Tires, proud sponsor of the PBA Tour.
Hey, it's me, your Crock-Pot Slow Cooker. Thanks to Banquet's Crock-Pot Classics, I'm easier than ever to use. Banquet Crock-Pot Classics come complete with big chunks of tender meat, fresh sliced veggies, and perfectly seasoned sauces. Just pour in Banquet's delicious ingredients, add some water, it's that easy. By the end of the day, you've slow-cooked a delicious meal, like chicken and red-skinned potatoes or hearty beef stew. Home-cooked meals have never been easier, so get crockin' and try Banquet's Crock-Pot Classics in your grocer's freezer.
Time for the 7th inning stretch. Oh, my back. Somebody get that man some Bayer back and body.
It's Bayer Aspirin plus a special pain relief booster. It rushes rapid relief to your aching back. Bayer Back and Body. Get moving again, pain-free.
Last year, when you bought a bag of Baby Ruth, you got a free game of bowling. Another bag? Another free game. Millions of free games were given away. And this year, we're doing it again. That's right. There are millions and millions more free games of bowling in the return of the Baby Ruth free bowling giveaway. Hurry in and pick up specially marked bags of fun size, 10 packs, and minis, and get your free game today.
I'm okay.
Baby Ruth from Nestle, the real deal.
Will it be A or B? A or B? All a man wants is a cold beer, and he gets hit with the pop quiz. And now's when a high life man licks his number 2 pencil and proudly writes down A and B. Tests always make me thirsty.
From frigid Grand Rapids, Michigan, the PBA Banquet Open on ESPN is brought to you by Miller High Life. To live simply, proudly, boldly, manly, this is the High Life. By Geico, you too could save 15% or more on car insurance. Call Geico at 1-800-947-AUTO. Try one of Denny's new Hardee's Scrambles, the Meat Lovers or the Heartland Scramble, each just $4.99. Denny's, we're cooking now. After 6 frames, working on a strike, Tommy Jones, a 30-pin lead on Steve Jarrett. Liz Johnson awaits the winner of this semifinal. Speaking of Tommy, his power has never been questioned, but he learned that versatility is really the key to winning. And he breaks down his success this season in this week's Dexter Approach.
Tommy Jones has become a complete player because of versatility. He's learned how to change his role. The picture on the left is him trying to go much straighter and more end-over-end roll. Now, this is the one on the right is him hooking it. Look at the bend in the elbow versus less bend here. Now, at release, watch how much flatter his hand's going to be right here versus the rotation right here. What this does, it enables him to create different ball reactions on every lane condition he bowls on.
Tommy Jones, Randy, has been red hot. We talked about the incredible 6-0 on TV, 10 of 11 matches he's won over his last couple of years. He's in a zone. You know what that's like.
I tell you, what a great feeling. You get in that zone, and everything is done on a subconscious level. You look to see where you're putting your feet, you put your hand in it, you look at your target, and then you just go.
Jarrett swings on spare here. Looks for help across the deck. Can't get it on number 10. This is 6th
I already know how to pick that one up.
frame.
And this is basically the way his entire year has gone in a nutshell. 2 messengers back-to-back on the right lane.
Worked out in the off week at Fox Bowl in Wheaton, Illinois. Close friends there where he runs the pro shop. Really felt good about his layout, about his look heading into Grand Rapids, but as he mentioned to us, was a little surprised to get this far. He's gone 19 straight events without a win. And he wants to be exempt, like the bowlers you see now, bottom of your screen. Those who have won majors are all the way through. And the list has grown by several this week because of points, which you will see coming in the bottom of your screen. Nice shot from Jarris.
That one was a lock. I missed my good one.
11 spots still open heading in to our final events of this season. All battling for exempt status. This guy is already in with his 3 wins. The hottest bowler in my mind on tour. When he has a look like this, Randy, the guy is money. 7th frame. There we go. Blitzes 10 more down for a double. 41-pin lead.
Yeah, Tommy's in his wheelhouse. He's in his comfort zone. And if he holds on to win, he's going to bowl Liz Johnson, who is bowling in her comfort zone, the outside line. You're going to have 2 players attacking this chameleon oil pattern 2 completely different ways.
Oh, get this one.
So, Randy, you know about being in that zone, 86-87, 11-1 in that span, 3 titles. Back-to-back titles in 87. You've been there. Must feel good.
It is, and it's a hard place to get and a hard place to stay in.
Let me tell you something. Come on! Tommy Jones is in that spot.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is enjoy it while you're in the moment, because it's not always there. And right now, Tommy Jones, he's in the zone.
That's for a turkey in his 8th frame. Jarrett's in a huge hole. 51 pin deficit.
Look out.
Didn't like it right through the nose, way high. Special. I want to thank you to John Plasso, Banquet Senior Marketing Manager. Appreciate his help and support. Title sponsor of our event here in Grand Rapids. .610 down for Jarrett, but he needs strikes for that huge deficit, and he knows it. How do you think his nerves are, Randy? It's been so long since he's been on TV. A guy who was so dominant last year.
Well, he's probably tight, and not so much because he hasn't been on television in a while, but I think more because he's not real sure about the change he's made yet, even though he, it took him all the way to the telecast. He still needs a little bit more time to work on it. But a great stepping stone to going into next week's major World Championship. And he'll need another big week.
Oh, man.
You can see what he did last year, or last season, rather, when he made 166,000 and change. And this year, only 54,000. But again, I want to reiterate that you don't win 3 times and then forget how to bowl. Different oil. The patterns have changed somewhat, and Steve just hasn't figured out a way to get around it.
Jones is for the 4-bagger. Help on number 9. 61-pin lead. It's all but over. And in fact, it is now officially over. He will take on Liz Johnson. We'll fast track to the end here. To finish up the .2 on Steve Jarrett, we talked to him about tour trials, and it's looking like he may, unless he excels at the World Championship somehow. Looks like he may have to go that route. He's going to be close on points. He's 45th as we speak right now. He said he would do it. Maryville, Indiana is when it takes place. Yet another strike for TJ. That's the first week of June in suburban Chicago. Same site as last year. 9 games a day for 5 days. Different PBA oil pattern every day for potentially Steve Jarrett at the tour trials. We're going to see you back there again this year?
I'm not sure. I went last year. It was no fun. I got to tell you, it's for the guys that made it through, kudos to them, because it's a grueling 5 days. But I'll tell you what, a lot of work and not a lot of fun unless you're one of those players that earns an exemption.
The unbelievable zone for Jones continues. Jones zone.
Jones zone.
Against the Lizinator.
And Steve just tried a full rack. That wasn't a full rack. I think he was missing the 7-pin. Just give him a strike anyway, guy.
That's ESPN Classic right there.
What's that?
Over Dave DeEntremont. 257, 195. That was last March 7th for Jarrett. It's been this long since he's been on TV. With his family in attendance. Going to come up short against sizzling red hot.
One more.
Tommy Jones from Malden, South Carolina. The 2002 PBA Rookie of the Year may be our 2005 Player of the Year if he keeps this up. But who stands in his way? History-making Liz Johnson. It's Jones and Johnson. Battle of the Jays in Western Michigan next.
Time for the 7th inning stretch. Oh, my back. Somebody get that man some Bayer back and body.
It's Bayer Aspirin plus a special pain relief booster. It rushes rapid relief to your aching back. Bayer back and body. Get moving again, pain-free.
Jackson Hewitt. Get every deduction you deserve.
Pete Weber, PBA Hall of Famer. and a major.
Bobblehead.
Get a free PDW bobblehead and save $10 on tax preparation at jacksonhewitt.com/PDW.
That you can never get enough PDW.
Hey, life on the street stinks.
We need odor protection.
Only Odor Eaters has Zorbitex technology to absorb sweat and destroy odor on contact.
Don't just fight foot odor and wetness.
Whack it with Odor Eaters Ultra Comfort Insoles.
Goodbye.
No, wait. Come back. Oh, please come back. I don't even know your name. How will I find you? Wait! Please wait!
Mademoiselle! Senorita! Just a moment!
Get ready to raise your high-definition experience to the next level with 5 premium HD channels from Time Warner Cable. Don't just watch TV, be at the game, in the movie, and on location with the best HD programming available from ESPN HD, HDNet, and only on cable in HD. One call gets you our all-in-one HD set-top box. So elevate your HD viewing with premium HD from Time Warner Cable. Now, anything's possible.
Introducing the all-new Yamaha Rough Trail lineup. Nitro, Apex RTX, and Attack. All feature new aggressive rider stance, advanced suspensions, and powerful 4-stroke engines for a ride unlike any other. The new family of Yamaha Rough Trail snowmobiles. You mess with one, you mess with the whole family. Now save big on the limited edition Apex GT plus other great Yamaha snowmobiles.
We've already made so much history today. Liz Johnson, first ever woman to compete PBA Tour TV show. Now she goes for a title against the red-hot Tommy Jones. That's all coming up. Later today on ESPN2, the biggest names in drag racing face off in one of the sport's premier tracks for the Mac Tools Gator Nationals from Gainesville Raceway. John Forson, defending champion. Tony Schumacher will head the list of racers looking to pile up points at the nation's season's championship race. Heats up. Action starts at 5 Eastern, 2 on the West Coast on ESPN2. As you saw earlier, Parker Bowman III and Chris Barnes all tied up in the finals of the Miller High Life PBA Skills Challenge. Who will take the $20,000 top prize? Let's find out. Resuming our competition, we're tied at 1 strike apiece. Chris Barnes still has control of the board. His shot.
You don't want to put a couple more chairs down there?
You?
Oh, no.
Okay. Using my opposite hand. We're going to get it through that chair. Some luck. And get 9 or better. Oh, it got through. Come on. Oh!
As if the chair was not even there, Barnes showing some mad lefty skill.
Incredible. Dead flush lefty for Chris Barnes. So now it's Parker Bone going right-handed. Ooh, a disaster. Only 7 down, gets the chair. Another strike for Chris Barnes. Needs 1 more to win the competition.
2-5-10.
Now he's going to try to finish off Parker Bone III.
All right. We're going to hook it down there and try and make it hit all 3 of these pins. Yes!
The big hook could be worth big bucks for Chris Barnes.
I got to think about this one here.
$20,000 on the line for Chris Barnes. Parker Bone III must convert 2-5-10 to stay alive.
Not far enough left.
Doesn't get it done. Chris Barnes is our champion.
Dave, Chris Barnes showed incredible amounts of skill in this tournament, making the shots he needed to make.
Congratulations to Chris Barnes.
Chris, on behalf of Miller High Life and the Professional Bowlers Association, I'd like to congratulate you at being the first champion for the Miller High Life PBA Skills Challenge. A check for $20,000.
What a year it's been for Chris Barnes. Wins the U.S. Open in New Jersey, and now the PBA Miller High Life Skills Challenge. Over Parker Bone III, 3-1 in that final. Can Liz Johnson become the first woman to win a PBA Tour title? We find out from Grand Rapids next.
The Players' Championship on ESPN. Tiger, lefty, and then there's number 17, where no lead is safe.
And that will find the water.
The Players' Championship, Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern on ESPN.
Hey, it's me, your Crock-Pot Slow Cooker. Thanks to Banquet's Crock-Pot Classics, I'm easier than ever to use. Banquet Crock-Pot Classics come complete with big chunks of tender meat, fresh sliced veggies, and perfectly seasoned sauces. Just pour in Banquet's delicious ingredients, add some water. It's that easy. By the end of the day, you've slow-cooked a delicious meal, like chicken and red-skin potatoes or hearty beef stew. Home-cooked meals have never been easier, so get crockin' and try Banquet's Crock-Pot Classics in your grocer's freezer.
It's all about the game. When the stakes are high and it comes down to that one shot. Are you up to the challenge? BowlersParadise.com. BowlersParadise.com brings you the top-of-the-line products at competitive prices. Balls, bags, shoes, shirts, and accessories. All orders processed within 24 hours on our secure website. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Let us prepare you for the challenge. 888-969-BOWL. BowlersParadise.com.
If you're serious about performance, you won't settle for less than genuine Dexter. As the leader in bowling shoe technology, Dexter pioneered precision traction and slide innovation. Our interchangeable heel and sole combinations match your delivery and surface conditions. Step in to Dexter, because your game deserves the best.
When machines can't be relied upon to do their work, a man knows he can rely upon himself. There you go. Looks like someone might have just worked up a little sweat. You wouldn't think it possible to find new reasons to have a beer at a bowling alley. But where there's a high life will, there is a high life way.
To our bowling fans, to all sports fans, we're on the verge of making TV sports history today. Liz Johnson could become the first woman ever to win a PBA Tour event. She takes on Tommy Jones in the final. First, Randy, let's check in with the Geico Direct Championship recap.
All right, Dave. In our first semifinal, Wes Malotte's crucial 10th frame foul leaves the door wide open for Liz Johnson. So what does she do? She slams it shut, winning 235 to 228. Good luck tonight. And in the second semifinal, it was Tommy Jones defeating Steve Jarris by the count of 268 to 208. Tommy remains undefeated on television this season.
Tommy Jones taking on Liz Johnson. It's a woman in the final, not your standard PBA Tour event. Does the fact that Liz is female affect you at all?
No, I don't think so. Liz is a great bowler, and all week she's proven that. And, you know, either way today, I'm going to make history or I'm going to beat history, so I better bowl a good game.
Good luck to you, Tommy. Liz, speaking of the history, so much can happen for you today. It already has this week.
Right.
How are you dealing with the pressure?
I'm just kind of taking it one at a time. Right now, all I have to do is bowl 10 frames and try to stay focused on what I have to do on just one game to go. So.
It's been a treat to watch so far. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Ready to go. Tommy Jones, Liz Johnson, the final.
And the keys to victory are simple. Minimize your adjustments, Liz, meaning be able to stay and play the same line you've been playing, and don't think. Don't overthink it. Don't get caught up in the moment. And for Tommy Jones, just be TJ and keep the hammer down.
This is it, folks. Sports television history unfolds right before our eyes. Great shot to start from the Western New Yorker.
Just unfazed, completely unfazed by anybody or anything, the environment, the money, the exemption, the history incredible moment in professional bowling.
Can Jones stay high? Wow. 10 pin. Literally unbeatable this year on TV, folks. 7-0 TV record. 3 titles. We haven't seen a lot of this. Spare ball from Tommy Jones.
And again, I mentioned earlier the fact that we have 2 players bowling in the title match that are both able to play their A games.
Our final Baby Ruth Real Deal matchup of the day, Mr. Pearson.
Well, average advantage, strike percentage advantage, spare percentage advantage. However, Tommy Jones has the experience. He has won 3 times this season, and look what he's averaging his last 5 games on TV.
I tell you, this guy's been brilliant. Can he continue, though, with the pressure of trying to beat Liz Johnson? Oh, late tap on number 10. Down she goes.
So, like, Tommy just threw a strike and it was a late 10. Down she goes. If Liz Johnson were to do that, would you say down he goes?
Sure.
Okay.
We can flip it.
Never had to do that before.
Years old from Cheektowaga, New York. Suburb of Buffalo. Wow. She has got the look to the pocket. There's no question about it. And her fans supportive today. After today's event, the Pro Bowlers Tour will have 2 weeks to get ready for the PBA World Championships, which will come your way live right here on ESPN at the special starting time of 1 Eastern, 10 on the West Coast. So mark down that on your calendar and TiVo it for us. PBA Denny's World Championship, Sunday, April 3rd, in 2 weeks. For more, log on to ESPN.com. 3rd of our 4 majors. Then we finish up with a Dexter Tournament of Champions in Connecticut. Also a major. That's our last event of the year of our standard tour stops. That's high. Oh, far and away the worst ball of the day for Liz. And it could cost her dearly with the split.
She got left the target. And didn't lay there. You see the back end snap.
So consistent. 2 opens in 90 frames in her first blocks of qualifying. Incredibly consistent. But, however, she's got one now. She had 96.2% of her frames as a mark. Things are very tight for her just to get in to the round of 64 by 1 pin over Chris Hayden. Our first ever bowler, male or female, to go through the pre-tournament qualifier all the way to the show. It's been something to watch. Can Jones take advantage of the open? Ball crossing over. Nearly a Brooklyn strike for Tommy Jones. 10 pin.
Never got this ball far enough right. Got a nice break, only leaving the 10.
Could have been an utter disaster for Jones. Takes care of the 10 pin. Just about a month ago, in fact 5 weeks ago, Liz Johnson got her PBA Tour membership. She competed in 3 earlier events, Randy, this year as an amateur. Now she's a regular, full-fledged PBA member because the PBA allowed women in starting last summer.
And 2 weeks ago in Indianapolis, Liz Johnson and I were battling for the last spot in Indy. She bowled a bad game. I bowled 220. She ends up 6th. I end up 5th. She almost made it 2 weeks ago.
He like that. Talk about 10 down in the pit. 60 feet to success. Tommy Jones. He's got a 7-pin lead in the final.
You don't have to hunt for the best deals on the internet. Just follow that little arrow to Motel6.com. Bullseye. I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you. And Accor Hotel.
The marriage was built to last.
You are so awesome.
But the house was built too small.
This is kind of awesome.
How long are we here?
For 1 year, sparks will fly.
This is not awesome.
I just want to make an omelet.
Oh, are you kidding me?
The drama will be real, but it won't save you any money on car insurance.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Why haven't you called Geico?
Those pins are going down easier than a French prize fighter. And here's something else that goes down easy. Miller High Life Light. Beer frame after beer frame. After beer frame. You'll be glad there's also a lightweight to live. The High Life.
A smooth, quiet ride. Uniroyal Tires, proud sponsor of the PBA Tour.
Time for the 7th inning stretch. Oh, my back. Somebody get that man some Bayer Back and Body.
It's Bayer Aspirin plus a special pain relief booster. It rushes rapid relief to your aching back. Bayer Back and Body. Get moving again, pain-free.
Coach says, why pay more to stay somewhere else? Just slide into Motel 6. It's clean, comfortable, and always a steal. Good one, Coach.
We'll leave the light on for you. And Accor Hotel.
History in the making here. Liz Johnson from near Buffalo, New York. Tommy Jones, first ever woman to compete. PBA Tour TV show. She's in the final, which leads us to our Uniroyal Tire Rock and Roll, Randy.
And what a beautiful shot she rolled here when Wes Malott gave her the opening. She needs the first strike and attempt to advance the championship round. What a great shot.
Down by 7, but works on the open here. 4th frame for her. Jones in his 4th struck. He'll go for a double in his 5th frame. Perfect shot for Liz Johnson. And does she ever have the support of the house here? What a week it's been for her. Highest average of the 4 finalists. She was tremendous in qualifying. The last player by 1 pin to get in from the PTQ. 1 pin over Chris Hayden. Qualified 11th of 32 to the round of 32. After the 2 7-game blocks in the round of 64. We saw there the Buffalo contingent rooting her on. Oh, boy, it's the deadly 7-10.
And remember, women are now allowed to bowl on tour. She is now a member. Her tour dissolved back in 02, I believe.
Fall of 03. She was that tour's Rookie of the Year in 96 from the Robbie Award for sportsmanship, as she takes care of the 10 pin in 98 and 2002. She's also competed on Team USA internationally, so vast amount of experience for Liz Johnson.
See what Tommy's done on the left lane. Check this out. 8 strikes on the left lane versus 3 on the right. Guess which lane he gets to finish the match on?
I'm guessing left.
That is correct. And the reason why is because he is the higher seed, and the higher seed gets the choice of starting lane.
That way light. Doesn't like that lane a bit. 2-5-7.
Well, starting to lose his reaction on the right lane. He needs to make a decision as to what change he's going to make, whether it's different line, different ball, or both.
Little baby split here, but does count as 1. Covers very nicely. Perfect shot for a spare ball for Tommy Jones.
And that's a great conversion. Tommy Jones remains clean.
11-4 in his very young career on TV. Coming into today, he's up to 12-4 now. 3-2 in title games. But all 3 have come this season. Can our history maker derail the Jones Express?
Nice.
Won't be easy.
Nice.
Her fans want it to happen. Loves that lane.
And he stays perfect on that lane through 6 frames. That wrist snap. Tommy's in his element right now. Right now, he needs to figure out what to do on the right lane.
Keep in mind, everyone, Liz Johnson coming into this event, 69th PBA Tour rankings. We see the lane breakdown. She really has to win here or at the Worlds. In the pocket there for Liz. But a win here, and her Buffalo friends know it, would mean exempt status for all of next season. Can you imagine that? Tanya, Angela, Jimmy, and Jay all come from Buffalo.
Jay Nephew's bold PBA events. He knows what it's like to compete out here against the greatest bowlers in the world, and right now his dear friend Liz Johnson is living the dream.
See how far right she is, and that look is way high, though, through the nose. 3-6 remains standing for Liz Johnson.
And right now, the lanes have flip-flopped for each player. Liz Johnson can't hit the left lane. She's perfect on the right, and vice versa for Tommy Jones.
Three different bowlers, including Tommy Jones. Jason Hurd, Mike Wolf, all have won their first tour title this year. Their first singles title of their careers. Could Liz become number 4? You should have logged on to PBA.com today to find out how you can get a Pete Weber bobblehead doll. Simply click on the Pete Weber bobblehead banner on the PBA homepage to print out a coupon for a limited edition PDW bobblehead with paid tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt. In addition, you'll receive a $10 discount courtesy of Jackson Hewitt. All that and more at PBA.com. We hope Pete recovers. Suffering from a shoulder injury, had to retire in his match with Walter Ray this week. Pete's got an MRI coming tomorrow. Saw the max numbers. 4-pin.
Yeah, that shot was going to tell you a lot about what was going to happen to the rest of this match. I was thinking that Tommy would have made an adjustment, maybe a ball change, maybe moving a little bit right with a less aggressive bowling ball, but instead he stays with what he's got. And right now, all he's got, if he converts here, are 4 spares on the right lane.
Wow. So the complete dominance, obliterating everyone in his path, has certainly changed here for Jones. There's 3 strikes in the final, and trouble on that right lane. Things are still close, folks. 7-pin lead for a 3-time tour titleist this year. Down there.
That lane, 1 time.
Just wants to get some balance between the 2 lanes, Randy.
Well, he's going to have to make an adjustment or a change on the right lane if he's going to want to strike, because it doesn't look like his line to the pocket is held up on the right lane.
Max numbers, there they are. Bottom left of your screen. Works on a spare. 8th frame. Down 7.
Oh! Big trip 4 right there. Liz Johnson's got to make an adjustment too, Dave, because the last 2 balls she's thrown, she's gone high both times. You see this one right here just bites just enough to go high. She gets the huge break of tripping the 4.
This is a big moment for Liz Johnson, trying to make history. Become the first ever woman to win a PBA Tour title. She's down 7, works on a strike, foundation frame. Folks, she can go up 3 pins with a strike here. Extraordinary drama from Grand Rapids. Wow. Really big break. That wasn't a split. Didn't like it off her hand at all. Just a 10-pin for Liz.
Not done yet either. She got a huge break. Watch this. She's going to throw something into the 4. The 4 is going to fall into the 2, and she avoids the big split. Now, here's the deal. She covers the 10-pin. She strikes out in the 10th frame. She shoots 203. If Tommy Jones spare strikes spares, he loses by 3.
Converts the mark. After today's event, the Pro Bowlers Tour will have 2 weeks to get ready for the PBA World Championships, which come your way live. Who can forget last year? Speaking of Buffalonians, yes, it was Tom Baker and Brad Angelo, those 2 Western New Yorkers and great friends, celebrating Baker's huge win in Ypsilanti, Michigan on the Eastern Michigan University campus. We start in Taylor, Michigan, finish out in Ypsi, near Detroit. 2 weeks. Can't wait for that. Wow.
Here's that lane.
Finally, some success on that lane for Jones.
And Jones gets to finish on his favorite lane, the left lane. And all he needs to do is fill count. Check this out. Absolutely pured it. Tommy Jones 1 strike away from winning his 4th title of the season.
Go for the turkey here and a win. It's been his lane. For the win. That's right. TJ is okay yet again. 4 for 4 with a 4th tour title of the season. And the long, miraculous history-creating run will come to an end for Liz Johnson. What an unbelievable week it's been for her. In my mind, Tommy Jones is your player of the year. I mean, 4 titles, 4 for 4, 8-0 on TV. It's been an incredible season.
Well, he certainly should be your front runner. And make no mistake about it, Liz Johnson.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Liz Johnson made history this week. What a phenomenal week. She must be absolutely exhausted. All the games, all the pressure. Certainly in the record books forever for Liz Johnson.
As we mentioned, 43 of a potential 44 games she bowled coming into this TV show. It has been a long, exhausting, trying week for the great female bowler Liz Johnson, who blazes a trail into PBA Tour history here in Grand Rapids. It'll fall a little bit short of a tour win, but still unforgettable to all who are a part of this. Four TV shows, 4 titles for Tommy Jones from Malden, South Carolina. Takes care of the competition yet again. He has been extraordinary. Topping Liz Johnson, who made history this week in Grand Rapids. What a week it was.
Coach says, why pay more to stay somewhere else? Just slide into Motel 6. It's clean, comfortable, and always a steal. Good one, Coach.
We'll leave the light on for you in Accor Hotel.
Time for the 7th inning stretch. Oh, my back. Somebody get that man some Bayer back and body.
It's Bayer Aspirin plus a special pain relief booster. It rushes rapid relief to your aching back. Bayer back and body. Get moving again, pain-free.
Last year, 70 million people went bowling, and there were no rainouts. Bowl with us.
Tonight on Explorer, they thought it was impossible.
This beast is enormous. Very rarely do you see an animal this large in the wild.
But a real monster has emerged in the swamps of Georgia. Follow the trail on a forensic investigation that reveals the truth about the beast they call Godzilla. Explorer, tonight at 8, only on the National Geographic Channel. Available on Channel 70.
We've been telling you for years that Boucher rides with you every mile, and that's still true today. Every mile, before, during, and after the sale. For new and certified pre-owned vehicles, you can count on Boucher.
Right now, lease an 05 Chevy Malibu from only $189 a month, or $13,995. Silverado Crew Cab from $225 a month, or Equinox from only $269 a month. And stop in to register to win $5,000 during our huge cash giveaway.
At Boucher Chevrolet on Highway 32 in Port Washington, Highway 18 in Waukesha, and Highway 20 in Racine.
From snowy Grand Rapids, Michigan, the PBA Banquet Open on ESPN is brought to you by Miller High Life. To live simply, proudly, boldly, manly, this is the High Life. By Uniroyal Tires, the official tire of the PBA Tour. Uniroyal Tires, trusted by American families since 1892. By Bear, the more you know, the more you trust Bear. And by Motel 6, the official lodging partner of the PBA and the lowest price of any national chain. History made, drama accomplished in Western Michigan. Tommy Jones, for a 4th time on TV, you're a champion again. Having trouble with the left lane, right lane look. How'd you finally master that right lane?
I don't know if I mastered it. I just guessed right for the one shot, but I don't want to bowl a game on it right now. No, the right lane just started hooking a little bit, and, you know, I tried to creep, and I should have just jumped over it. And, you know, I missed a couple moves and got away with them where she split the one time she missed the move, and, you know, I just got a good break.
Enjoy your 4th win of the year. Incredible season so far for Tommy Jones. Liz, you told us even last night after beating Richie Wolf in the round of 8, you were exhausted. You must be just completely drained. How do you feel?
I'm actually really relieved right now. It's been just an incredible week. I just like to thank the fans. The fans are awesome this week. Guys are awesome. But yeah, it's just, I think I'm gonna sleep real well tonight.
Very, very quickly, what will you take out of this week the most? What will be the prize memory for you?
Just a learning experience of bowling with all these great guys, great bowlers. I mean, everyone treated me so great, so awesome, and it was just, you know, I'm going to look forward to bowling next week, I think.
See you. Taylor in Ypsilanti, Michigan, the World Championships in 2 weeks. What a week it was for Liz Johnson, but Tommy Jones comes out on top of his 4th win. Congratulations to him. He should have joined us in 2 weeks, as Liz said, for the PBA Denny's World Championship Live. Special starting time, 1 Eastern from Ypsilanti, Michigan. Today's event has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For the entire crew, my partner Randy Peterson, it's Dave Ryan saying so long from Grand Rapids. ESPN News is coming up next.